Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today we have a brand new LR Yamcha that we knew was coming, right? He was literally in the news. He's the new local world tournament reward. We also have a brand new 18. We have a Dokkan Awaken for the buff Trunks. I haven't actually got to talk with the SSJ2 Goku and Vegeta. Majin Vegeta, they get Dokkan Awaken, so I want to discuss about those pretty quick. EZAs for the Intelligence Janemba, as well as the AGL and Physical Ultimate Gohans. With all that said, let's get into it. Before that, we do need to go ahead and give a couple shout outs. One, to Z Hall for actually making the Dokkan subreddit post that we're going to be referencing here today. Two, for Garesh. A huge shout out to Garesh for translating everything we're talking about. And last, but absolutely not least, to my FGC. A link to the Dokkan subreddit, as well as, of course, the posts and all of that will be down below in the description. And a link to my FGC's Twitter account will also be down below too, because that is where we are getting looking at what Janemba is able to do at maxed out. And then also, well, sorry, his stats. We're not going to be looking at what he can do. He's going to be ridiculous. And then taking a look also at the super attacks for LR Yamcha. So anyway, let's hop in. So Yamcha is actually Yamcha and Puar, because he is a combination lead. So he is a sort of duo category. Yes, Rage Vegeta finally has a category because of this, but the combination category, key +3, HP attack defense plus 100%. Already had someone tag me on Twitter saying, really? Prime Battle Vegeta, Pure Saiyan's free-to-play lead, Super Saiyan Vegeta technically has a worse leader ability as far as percentages goes than a LR Yamcha? Like, what is this nonsense? And to you, actually, that's kind of a solid point, right? Because, I mean, a Prime Battle grind is as bad as a local world tournament grind, so I don't really know why that makes that much of a difference, but I guess it is what it is. Anyway, super tech on this guy is 12 key, Wolf Fang Fist, causes claw damage to enemy and lowers defense. 18 key, also Wolf Fang Fist, but a much pretty, well, they're both pretty, but a much just very cool version. We'll say that. Causes mega colossal damage to the enemy and massively lowers their defense. Now Yamcha has a very interesting passive. So he is a flat sort of boost passive. Again, we've seen in the past where those don't really hinder them too bad, but it's the Wolf's weakness. Attack and defense plus 20,000 when launching a super attack. Further attack and defense plus 10,000 when launching the Ultra 18 key super attack. And then when there is a Peppy Gal's enemy present, Yamcha will be stunned guaranteed. So very sort of interesting design to throw and add onto his kit, but actually a very cool one. Like, honestly, that's negative to the player, but that's actually kind of cool. Like, if you take Yamcha into something where there's going to be someone in the Peppy Gals category, you are going to be instantly stunned. So it's just cool. Links in the Sky, Rival Duo, Guidance to the Dragon Balls, Speedy Retribution, Infighter, Incredible Adventure, Shouting the Limit, and Legendary Power. It fits into the World Tournament and Combination categories. And this guy looks great, man. Like, his super attacks look awesome. Like, like I've said many times, there are probably a few LRs that are maybe a little bit older now that I do wish either would get updated, or I wish would have just came out later when they started really putting all this effort into these super attacks, because with the camera angle changes and everything else, like, it's legit. Like, they are putting mad work into these super attacks. Moving down to the SSJ2 Goku, which the Angel SSJ2 Goku and the Majin Vegeta both, for what they are, being free. Again, these are all free-to-play units right now that we're discussing, right? You don't have to summon for these units. This Angel Goku and the Majin Vegeta have wonderful super attacks. Like, it's getting crazy how close they are to the anime and just how great the animation within Dokkan is looking. Like, it's interesting, to say the least. So this guy, the SSJ2 Goku, is a super class lead. Super class key +3, HP attack defense plus 90%. On his super attack, he does just do supreme damage, but his kit is so strong that it's really not that big of a deal. You're still going to see some pretty mad numbers from him. So greatly releases defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy on his super attack. Passive ability is Collision of 2 powers. Attack and defense plus 40% for 4 turns from the start of battle, and defense plus 30% for every attack performed at a cap of 120, and attack plus 30% for every attack received at a cap of 150. At a cap, or sorry, 180. 180, my brain, I thought that I was thinking 150, it was already crazy enough. At a cap of 180. My apologies. 180. Links in the Sky are Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, sorry, Saiyan War Race, Super Saiyan, all in the family, prepared for battle, supreme power, and shattering limit. Fits into 3 categories, which are Majin Buu Saga, Pure Saiyans, and Resurrected Warriors. Next up, we've got the physical Majin Vegeta with a very similar kit. He is the free-to-play Extreme Class Ki +3, HP attack defense plus 90%. Super attack on this guy is Dark Impulse, greatly raises attack for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Passive on him is Collision of Beliefs, attack and defense plus 40% for 4 turns from the start of battle, and defense plus 30% for every attack performed at a cap of 180, and then attack plus 30% for every attack received at a cap of 120. So like I said, very similar kits. They just basically flip-flopped their defense and their attack sort of percentages on the passive. Links on him are Saiyan War Race, Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Saiyan Pride, Over in a Flash, Supreme Power, and Shining Limit. Fits onto 3 categories as well, which are Majin Buu Saga, Pure Saiyans, and Resurrected Warriors. Then, now that we're past all of that, let's get into the EZA goodness. So this is a little wild. Super Janemba just got like pretty crazy. So taking a look at what they did with Janemba. So his old leader ability was Intelligence type Ki plus 80%, or sorry, Intelligence type attack plus 80%. Now it's Intelligence type Ki plus 3, HP attack defense plus 90%, which is kind of sort of what we thought we would fall into with what they've been doing with Vegeta, Beerus, and so forth. The old super attack was Lightning Shower Rain, which caused supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowered their defense. Now it causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. Passive, though, is of course where all these units sort of get crazy with their EZA. So passive, old school was attack defense plus 5,000, guard activated against all attacks. Now it is attack defense plus 70%, guard activated against all attacks. When guard is utilized, gain a medium chance to avoid enemy attacks for 1 turn, and attack plus 40% for 4 turns. What? Plus, you guys got to remember, so the attack and defense 70% is already built into his EZA, right? The 40% that's going to happen is going to get calculated on top of the amount that's already at the 70%. So it's not just looking at it and going, oh, that's 110% boost. That's actually a 70% boost that is then on top of that boosted yet again for an additional 40%. So like Janemba, I feel like, and again, I'm recording this very, very quickly after all this information is coming out, but I feel like you can sit here and say that this Intelligence Janemba with his stats, his stat boost, because he's one of the older units, gets a plus 7,000 across the board from the attribute system, and now with his new passive and everything else, I feel like you can sit here and say that he is better than the strength one. If not better, at least now he is right on par with the strength one. But I would have to say, leader skill aside, right? Because obviously 90% versus 120%, pretty easily you can sit here and say that that's probably better. But leader skill aside, just looking at his kit, once he's within one of his teams or whatever, I think you can sit here and say the intelligence one might be a smidge better than strength. And again, either, if not better, at least on par. Then we're taking a look at the AGL EZA Gohan. Old leader ability on this guy was AGL type attack plus 70%. New one, AGL type Ki plus 2, HP attack and defense plus 70% now. Old super attack caused supreme damage with a rare chance to stun the enemy. New one still causes supreme damage to the enemy with a medium chance to stun instead of a rare chance. And of course passive, again, passive is where these always go sort of crazy. Old passive was attack plus 80% when Ki is 6 or more. New one is attack plus 100% when Ki is 6 or more. Defense plus 120% when HP is 80% or more. Defense plus 40% and perform 1 guaranteed critical hit when HP is 79% or below. Like, that was so complicated, I'm gonna have to probably put that one on the screen so you guys can read it with me, because that one's a little bit wild. Then we'll take a look at the physical one. Again, and that's something too, is these passives used to be a very basic thing, like attack plus 80% when Ki is 6 or more. Now they're like full paragraphs, right? You know, when HP is this much, gain this much defense. You know, it's like they're making everything so much more in depth. Like, I can almost guarantee anyone walking into this game now, it is so much more of a sort of knowledge wall that you need to learn first to truly understand this game before how it was even before. Even before, it could be confusing to people too. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it wasn't confusing to me, because it absolutely was, right? Learning rotations and all of that. It's definitely a thing that you have to get in and just kind of start learning stuff. So anyway, looking at this physical ultimate Gohan, his old leader ability was all types Ki plus 3. I remember I wanted this unit so friggin' bad, dude. Yeah. Anyway, leader ability now is all types Ki plus 3, HP attack defense plus 40%. It's really neither here nor there. There's literally, we just talked about a free-to-play Goku earlier. that could offer you to super. Granted, this is all types. That free-to-play Goku could offer you +3 key to super types and 90%, so you're really not going to run this guy for his leader ability. Old super attack was causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises attack for 3 turns. New one raises attack for 6 turns and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Old passive was attack plus 80% when HP is 30% or above. See, very simple. Now it's own key +3 and attack plus 100%. Defense plus 120% when HP is 80% or more, and defense plus 40% and deal 1 guaranteed critical hit when HP is below 79%. Sorry, 79% or below, right? So it could be 79% and below that. So those aren't bad. I feel like everyone kind of sort of was thinking that those would be happening, so you'll just take on the old, just retake on the levels, regain the medals exactly how you did for the intelligence one, and these guys will be able to EZA just like that. Then taking a look at the buff Super Trunks, actually pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they've been Dokkan Awakening these World Tournament units, and they've been being quite a bit better after their awakens as to kind of what we would see a long time ago. Like, this awakening is actually pretty solid. So leader ability now, once he's awakened, is intelligence IQ +2, it's at HP attack defense plus 70%. Super attack on him is raises attack and defense by 30% for 3 turns and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Passive on this guy is own key +3, attack and defense plus 80%, and a high chance to gain an additional attack plus 50%, and a high chance to gain an additional defense plus 50%. And again, those are calculated on top of the already attack and defense plus 80% built into his kit. So they're also doing this a lot too, right? They just did this with the Supreme Kai of Time, where she had her sort of base, all allies attack, or all allies key plus this, and attack and defense plus this, with a high chance to gain this on an additional attack boost, and then an additional defense boost too. Very similar to this guy's kit, except that this is just for himself, right? He's just boosting himself, not a full-on support unit for the rest of the team. Links on him now are Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Z Fighters, Soul vs. Soul, Shattering the Limit, and Messenger from the Future. Fits into the Hybrid Saiyan category. And then last but not least, which I want to discuss the new duos category just briefly. But the new 18 that you will get from, I believe it's 23 million points or more in the World Tournament. It's either 23 or 25. Let me just verify that really quick. It is 23. So getting 23 million points within the World Tournament or more will guarantee you this unit. So this 18, which she looks awesome, dude. She actually looks really cool. Very cool art on her. Leader ability on her, Super Intelligence High Key +2, HP attack defense plus 60%. Her super attack is a Destructo disc. Raises defense by 30% for 3 turns and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Passive on her is high chance to avoid enemy attacks and attack and defense plus 60% for 3 turns after receiving an attack. She fits into the Androids and Peppy Gals categories, and links on her are Android Assault, Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, Twin Terrors, Shocking Speed, and Infinite Energy. She's actually, I mean, she's not terrible for like a World Tournament reward, and she looks really cool. Just something to, I guess, kind of have and run on Peppy Gals, Androids, or if you want to run a Mono Intelligence to use her too, you absolutely could. So anyways, guys, that is all that information. Let's take a look really briefly at this sort of essentially LR category. Like, literally there's like 15 LRs in this category, and it's basically all but like, what is it, 3? So as far as the non-LRs, we have the Trunks and Goten that you can farm up, the free-to-play Gohan and Videl, the free-to-play Ghost and Gotenks, which are actually pretty dope, and finally the Rage Vegeta has his own friggin' category. But the rest of it is essentially LRs, because, well, they've been liking to make LRs sort of a duo style thing, or maybe even well, no, there's not. Well, yeah, there is technically, because Cell has his minis, and then of course the Metacooler Core as well has multiples too. Oh, and Bojack also has like 5. So anyway, that is the category right there, and it's actually going to be interesting to run. And very intriguing for them to literally just basically be like, all right, here's an LR category. Like, legitimately, here you go. That's the category for LRs. So anyways, guys, there you go. That is the duos category. That is all the information we have right now. If you guys are new to the channel, enjoyed today's video. I think it was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but there's just so much information to cover. So anyways, consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button, joining the hashtag NanoFan, slap a like button as well, guys. Have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.